Okay.
It's amazing what you can do with cameras now.
Right.
It is.
Ansel had no idea.
Now and then I used to do photography in New Mexico at Philmont Scout Ranch.
Okay.
And then I was using 4x5 speed graphics with the big flashes with the light bulbs.
Yeah, sure.
You've been into photography a lot yourself, I take it?
Well, I was a photo major until like a month ago, studio art with a focus in photography, and then I dropped it to a minor just recently.
Oh, really?
Yeah, well, I was a double major with writing too, so had to pick.
The bummer about the whole Ansel Adam thing is, like when he was in the laboratory, I'd be in there with him because he did the printing of his own.
Yeah.
And then I did the washing and the drying on the drums. And then he said, "Oh, I don't like that one. Throw it away." I must have thrown away 1,000 prints of his.
And you're kicking yourself now,
Well, hindsight's 20/20.
isn't it?
He didn't know what a famous coffee maker he was with.
Yeah. He didn't know what he had going on with you either, so.
All right.
Tell me when you're ready.
Good to go.
Is it recording?
Yes.
So our trip's about sustainability. So we were wondering if you could talk a little bit about growing your own coffee and maybe a little bit about what sustainability means to you.
Well, basically, sustainability in an organic coffee farm, we're organic, but we are not certified organic. Means that we do as much as we can within our own system here. We've got our own welder and a lot of gear, so we can do almost all of our own maintenance. So sustainability is two things. One, whenever you're running a farming project, you're off in the bush someplace, or you're not in the city where you can instantly go to a grocery store and get things. So what you got to do is you got to be able to be as crafty as you can in repairing equipment to keep it going. And then in growing the products, we try to use as much of the natural product sources that are indigenous to our land to do the fertilizing. For example, with the fertilizer, our primary fertilizer is actually the coffee cherry skins. And for a while we were actually selling other people the coffee cherry skins after we did the pulping so that they could actually use it as their own fertilizer.
Cool. Can we ask to what length you go to ensure that you're buying organic products? So when you go to the grocery store or however you get your food, are you really certain that everything you're buying is organic, or do you just do your best?
Well, I am not so interested in somebody being certified organic. To me, what's more important is that if I'm buying a food that's a good quality, I'll try to get a food that's from a farmer that I know. So I know that what I'm getting is what I believe it is. Whereas a lot of times when you go and with the big companies, they've got a lot of products that they put certified organic, or they put these deceptive names like natural this and this, which is really not natural. So in buying things at the supermarket and things like this, we try to do everything with people that we know that are growers. And for example, I'm a beekeeper myself, so I got my own honeys.
Yeah. So can you talk a little bit about how important it is to well-being to work closely with nature, or work closely with your food?
Well, first you got to work 100% with nature because she's the boss.
She is.
You're the little guy in the scene. Nature, like I'm a sailor primarily, and I spend a lot of time sailing. So when the wind's an east wind, it's an east wind, but it's the same with farming. When the rains are there, you got to do with the rains. But also what you do is you try to work with a natural crop so that you've got your natural shade from your natural trees. Whereas if you completely razor your land and you let the sun beat down on anything, then you're going to have to use artificial water. For example, for us up here, we use virtually no artificial watering in the fields whatsoever. Everything we use is a natural rainwater as the big man above gave it to us.
Do you have any questions?
I thought we had one other we were going to ask. Sustainability. No, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Cool.
Or how does eating affect the well-being?
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
Let me just start it again. Get it going for a second. Okay.
So what's this?
We just want to ask you about, Jamie.
How do you think eating affects your well-being and what you put into your body?
100%. It's like garbage in, garbage out. You want to live unhealthy, you're going to have a bad system. And, you know, I'm very much against smoking. And I do drink a couple beers every day, but I'm not a heavy drinker whatsoever. And what you eat is what you are. So if you eat poorly with a lot of junk foods, you're not going to have the energies to sustain. Like I'm 69 years old, and I still can do scuba diving. Like last weekend, I was probably 3 hours underwater. But what you want to do is you want to just take care of your body because it's your medium of survival.
Thank you.
That's
Well
perfect.
done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Okay,
much.
thank you.
That's
It was really nice of you to show us your coffee farm. It was really interesting.
Oh, pleasure.
And I
It's
love
really cool.
coffee, so
I know we're just loving being in Kona because
Yeah.
it's good coffee.
yeah,
Most places
this is great.
in
Well,
Indiana.
you just gotta watch. I mean, you're gonna find tremendous differences in coffees because.
I'm gonna try yours and I'll let you know.
But again, remember,